Happy Thursday, guys. Today I wanted to talk about the reprogramming audios that some of you have and explain how to use them, why they work, and how they work, and what do they work on. So, reprogramming audios, this is a scientific fact that it works. That's number one thing you need to understand. So, the reason why I'm making this audio is because I know that it's so easy to forget that you have a reprogramming audio. It's so easy to forget to listen to it. It's so easy to think, oh, this is nonsense. This will do nothing. I'm just not going to be listening. But trust me, it is not nonsense. I would not be making them and for free if it was nonsense. Okay. So, first thing you need to know is that obviously reprogramming audios do not bring exes back, they do not find jobs, they do none of those things. They're not actual spell, obviously. But as you guys know, spell work is energy work, and your energy needs to be aligned with the intention of the spell work. And when we have limiting beliefs that are directly in conflict with your wishes, this is when we will not be on the same vibration as the work. Also, a lot of people tend to be anxiously attached when it comes to their exes, which is another problem because clearly that vibration is completely off. And this is where reprogramming audios come. The reason why somebody is anxiously attached is not because they are not receiving what they want from that person, or because the person has left them, or because there was some kind of a problem. The reason why people are anxiously attached lies in their limiting beliefs. So something from the past that created a belief, and now that belief is triggered and they are afraid they're going to be abandoned, they're going to be they're not going to be chosen, all sorts of stuff. And this is what we're reprogramming in general, with the vibrational work. So reprogramming audios are a neat way to speed up the vibrational work process. Not everybody needs them again. It depends on the severity of the case. And obviously, only people that are willing to listen to them should be getting them, because it's pointless if you just have one and you don't use it every single day. So that is very important to mention here. They need to be listened every day, at least once, but they're really short. I make them like that on purpose so nobody can tell me, oh, Svetlana, I can't spare half an hour every day. I understand that, but 2 minutes, 5 minutes, I think everybody can do that. So this is basically what we use them for. What do they do? They're changing the frequency of your brain, basically, and that's like changing the vibration, the frequency. So it is very important to, when it comes to reprogramming audios. Now, these are not the same as the magical audios you get with astrology spells, so please keep that in mind. When you listen to them in a relaxed state, so before bed, as I always say, before bed is best, or when you wake up, your brain is basically going from the beta state, which is awaken, logical, critical, into the alpha and theta state, which are states where the guard at the doors in your subconscious, which is your logical, skeptical mind, has fallen asleep. And this is where informations go directly into your operating system, guys. So that is very important, that you are very relaxed, before bed or right after waking up is best, because, and even you can listen to them, some clients listen to them while they're asleep. Do I necessarily recommend that? Only if it's something that you don't have a problem with, because obviously we are all different. I, for example, could not do it. Some people just need to be in peace and quiet when they sleep. and some people don't mind. So this will be up to you whether you want to listen to it while you're sleeping. But then again, your critical mind is asleep, so it is as well a good time. Okay. Now, basically, what they do is they kind of bypass your logical mind, which means even though your logical mind is saying, I'm not good enough, I'm unlovable, I'm not chosen, I'm never chosen, when you hear this on repeat, like new things on repeat, new beliefs on repeat, your subconscious mind will just take those informations as a new fact. That's basically how your all of your beliefs were created. You know, you thought something a million times or you heard something and it became a fact. So it's going to be the same with this, no different. Now, the voice that is on the tape is my voice clearly, and this is also a big part of it because it should be a voice of somebody you trust. So hopefully you guys trust me. I know that majority of you do, obviously. If you are gonna make it in your own voice, it may not be convincing because, as you know, we tend to believe others more than ourselves, especially when it comes to things like that. Because we will always tell ourselves, "No, that's not true. You're not good enough. Come on." But when somebody we trust and we kind of have a connection with, we love that person, tells us something nice about ourselves, we tend to accept it a lot easier and a lot better. So this is where I come in, and hopefully, all of you guys have that trust and would believe me if I told you something, right? So that is also, in my opinion, quite powerful. And also, these audios, they are sending signals to your nervous system to calm down, which is also very important if you're anxiously attached. So these audios may be very calming for people that have a lot of anxiety. So yeah. And another thing that another thing that's important to mention is that these audios will change your focus. And this is what I tell you all the time. You need to change your focus because the problem is that you're focusing on the negative things, not that there are only negative things in your life, because that is just not possible. So your brains have filters, obviously. And just like you have a filter on, I don't know, a web page, you can I don't know, you're buying paints and you can use a filter and you can just see the black ones or just the capri ones or whatever it is, right? Your brain works the same way. So it has a filter, and this filter tells your brain what it's gonna notice, because there are all kinds of things going on, right? But you're only noticing some things. You can't notice everything, obviously. So this filter is kind of like determining what you are gonna notice. And so far, for example, your filter could have been set on nobody likes me, or I don't know, I'm not good enough. And that doesn't mean that there are not people that like you or people that notice that you are good enough, but you're not focusing on that. That's the thing. Basically, these audios, they are how do you say it? They are doing a reset of that filter so that you can start noticing new chances and all the things that you were ignoring because of how your brain was adjusted. So I hope that this makes sense. It's kind of like doing a software update only on yourself. That's why we call it reprogramming as well. So the old programs are getting rewritten basically. So I hope that this makes sense and that everybody with an audio is listening to the audio on a regular basis. Things can't change overnight. Be patient and be consistent, guys. It does work. There's a whole science behind it. I did not just make it up. It really works, and please do it. You're gonna love it. Anyways, thank you for listening as always. Have a good one. Bye.